We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Kaiser flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Being under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Derek Barnett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
A first down throw for Kizer. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So a tough spot for Kizer. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Kizer. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Kizer going to try the sneak. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. DeShone Kizer with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. Rainey to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Great.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run with Clement. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Shorty.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the completion, this is Carey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Clement. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Great 57. Fort Tokyo.
On play action, it's Wentz. Steps away. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And down he'll go at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Kaiser. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something? How would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
3rd and long for Kaiser. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now it's Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A run, it's Clement. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Working from the gun, Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On the carry, here's Clement, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Come on now, let's go. Get over there, go. Great.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Flex round!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And the catch made here by Sharon Peete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Ajayi. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they'll go with the ground attack here. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They convert on third with a gain of 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Ajayi. Shedding the tackle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They run with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
On second down, here's Wentz. Now he'll escape to his left. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Try 38!
Second down, Kaiser. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Get over there. Go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll run it here. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On play action, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Kizer to throw it. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Kizer now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Kizer. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Kizer now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Try 38. Try 38. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kizer. Buying time to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ohio. Ohio.
From the gun, Kizer. Flush to his right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. DeShone Kizer, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Crosby on now to kick it away. Rainey to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Lion.
And they'll go on the ground. They find some open field here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
81. Back. 20. 74.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Ertz over the middle. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lefty, lefty.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wentz. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
We're good.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Come on, let's go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Packers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them,